Hey, welcome to Pug TV. This is Jadrian. We are just getting all set up here to run some Star Trek Online tonight. Tuesday night is Star Trek Online. So we're going to see what kind of player-run missions we can do tonight. Now, I didn't look pre-ahead for any player-made missions, and I didn't get any special requests for this week. So I'm just going to open up our quest list, see what we have available. And we've gotten the Pug Pin, we've got Eagle Claw, and we've got Cynic. How's everybody doing? Hope we're all doing good tonight. So let's take a peek at what we've got. Available, community authored, and then usually what I do, I just start right at the top. Atlas Affair, so part 2. Obviously, you might want to start with part 1. But here's one, Dereliction Duty. Might be part of this because it's STA Episode 1. Star Trek Atlas Episode 3. Just trying to read in the description there. 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so that's probably not one we want to do. Oh, I was highlighting the wrong one. This one. Another 2 to 3 hours. Do not play if you don't want to read. Yeah, that kind of sums it up. Not big into reading. Let's see here. Spirits of Ramak-Nor. Yeah, Eagle Claw says 2 to 3 hours. Sounds like last week. Yeah, we need to find something. See, when we get the crew going, it takes more than 2 to 3 hours. I think we did this one a while ago. Spirits of Ramak-Nor. I think we had done that one. Yeah. With the Painted Cardassian, I think we've done this one. It was pretty good. It did go pretty quick. 60 minutes role-play, mix of story, some reading, and investigating combat. Let's see what it says here. Once every 216 years, every sentient species in the galaxy is invited to the extragalactic space city of the ancient Palmaris. It is between 216 years and the time of the Palmaris has come again. Most will go in peace, but in the shadows of an enemy faction, warriors plan a catastrophic attack. Now this says 60 minutes. I think this might be the one. I think this might. I have not done this one. I have. I've got somewhere in my little notebook where I keep track of the ones we've done, and I know this is not one that we have done. So, all aboard that wants to come aboard, we're gonna do City of Palmaris. So, Cynic, did you want to hop in with us on this one, or are you gonna sit back? Sure, awesome. And my wife is in here somewhere. She's at Earth Space Dock 9. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and click this one up then. I think I'll be able to share it once we get in. Incoming hail from Admiral Marconi. Should I put him through? Yes. Good day, Commander. Here's the little story. I'll get right down to business. What do you know of the Palmaris? Only what I've read here. Only what I learned at the Academy. Indeed, but let me give you a refresher. The Palmaris are an ancient race who fled the Milky Way galaxy eons ago. Highly technologically advanced, they now live in an extragalactic space city they built to house their entire species. They make contact with our galaxy once every 216 years, inviting every sentient species to go and visit them through a number of transient wormholes. Wow. I wonder why every 216 years. So it's that time again, Commander. Planets all over the galaxy have received the Palmaris signal, and the Federation Council has formally accepted the invitation on behalf of the Federation's member worlds. I'm assembling a task force of 6 starships in the Donut 2 system, and I'd like your ship to be part of it. The task force will proceed to one of the transient wormholes in the proximity of Rogue Planet, blah blah blah, several light years from Donut 2. The task force will travel through the wormhole to the city of Palmaris. Well, thank you, sir. Make the most of it. I think every captain in the fleet hopes to meet the Palmaris one day. When you reach the Donatu system, rendezvous with the USS Kelso, one of the diplomatic and peacekeeping ships. She'll be leading the task force to the wormhole. Good luck. So we had to go to the Donatu system in the Eta Eridani sector block. Let's see here. So Eagle Claw's in. I thought I thought you couldn't run it for some reason. Oh yeah. There was somebody who, oh, it was Shadow, I think, who couldn't run it. I forget who's what. Yeah, so yeah, everybody, the more the merrier. Come on, come on. Eagle Claw, Cynic. Maybe we'll find a table that you can dance on. There's the city of Palmaris. Perfect. So if you want, if we all meet in the donut, well, I should probably give everybody the mission before. So do we want to just meet at Earth Space Dock first? Yeah, bad memory, Eagle Claw. Don't worry, it's part of my old age. Yeah, if we just meet up at the Earth Space Dock, then you can either find the mission in the list or we can share it, but we can all just kind of meet up and then head out. So I'm going to go ahead and warp back there. Transwarp. I have like no volume. Normally I have a little bit of sound for Star Trek, but let me check my sound. I know I try to balance my voice. Oh, you know what? Look, here's voice chat. Disable it. Yeah, we never ever get that thing to work. Audio. Let's put it there. I have a little bit of sound. Alright, let's leave it right there. Alright. Let me go ahead and get in. Where's my little ship and all this? There it is. That's me. Making way for all the big ships. Okay, so my ultimate goal is to get to Earth Space Dock 9. Once I get loaded in, I'll just get there. I keep telling myself that it zones quicker and quicker each time. I just don't think it actually is yet. My wife's trying to figure out how to promote her folks, and I don't know. So we might have to get a tutorial on that one day. She's got a couple people at Ensign. She wants to get them up to Lieutenant, and I have not done that yet. Hey, look, and there they are. Hey, look at us. It's not every day we all end up beaming to the same space dock. And that is a very dapper outfit, Agent Severin. Or are you getting married? We're at the teleporter. We just teleported in. My wife is in here somewhere. We are on 9. That's like a first. The Admiral will be right outside the Admiral office. Okay, now I'm going to try. Well, actually, do you want to form up the group, Cynic? So we can all benefit from your uber high levelness. And there it is. Perfect. So let me pull up and see if I can share this now. Community authored, share. All right, so we're all together. The gang's all here. I'm just used to seeing you in your Nosferatu vampire form. Seeing you in your tux is a little different. Oh, this is nice. Cynic says to promote an officer, you select career options under status and select promote. So my wife can work on that. So while she's doing that, I think she's looking at her peoples real quick. Promote. She found it, so she can play with that now. Alright, so we need to head out. We need to head out to the Donna 2 system in the Eta Eridani sector block. So I'm going to go ahead and beam up now. And we can try to start following folks out. And then Eagle Claw also has in the chat here. So press K, go to status, and then click the name of the one you want to promote. You will see career tab, and you can promote from there. She has to promote herself up a rank before she can promote her people, because apparently you need to be higher than the people you're trying to promote. You can't promote them up to the level you are. So she has to wait just a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to depart the system. And warpage. Well, I seem to actually be warping pretty good today. We're going to the Donatu system and Eta Eridani sector block. So, galaxy map, Eta Eridani. Where is that? That's way down in the Klingon space. So we should be able to look at our sector map and just click this one way down here at the bottom. Yep, this way right there. So you have to click on your area map and then move it all the way to the bottom. So just getting my wife caught up there, so we're all traveling now. This is probably the slowest part of the game right here, is traveling in the big sector space. So there's no transwarp here, unfortunately. This is where the suffering from Guild Wars 2 withdrawals comes in, where I should just warp over to where I need to go and pay, 32 copper, and there we are. Yeah, the lithium. Pay my 32 dilithium, and there I am. And then if we were doing it true to spirit, we'd all end up in different overflow servers and then have to spend a few minutes trying to figure out how to group back up again. Nala says, you get slipstream drive for limited faster travel at 50. Oh. I know my wife's like, she says, I haven't even made 8, so I don't think we're going to hit 50 pretty soon. I mean, I'm slowly creeping up on 25, and then I can say I'm halfway there, but, yep. I know one of your abilities, though, supposedly makes this faster, and I'm not sure which one it does. One of your, let's see, Jadrian, yeah, one of my skills One of your skills is supposed to help with this travel, and I can't remember which one it is. Like warp core efficiency, I think. Or let's see, skill grants flat bonus to all your ship's power levels. Oh, that'd be a good one. Or weapon shields auxiliary when the power level is low in that subsystem. No, I don't think that's it. I think that's the one. Warp coil. Where's it at? Which one? The driver coil. Use your starship warp speed and turn rate in sector space, which I believe is over in. Meh. Let's see. Yeah, driver coil. I don't know if I really want to yeah, why not? Let's spend points. We do a lot of traveling, don't we? Alright, so let's plus it up a little bit. Oop, almost put the wrong one. That'll do it. I am now officially faster. Now it's probably waiting on me to say. But, oh, hold on. Nope, I don't want to patrol that yet. Still going, I don't know how much faster that made me. I'm hoping it's not like one of those things where even though you put like a whole bunch of points, it makes like hardly a bearable notice. We are clear. Ryza, vacation capital of the galaxy. Pleasure galaxy to the stars. Now that I'm in here though, now we're going to go to the Donatu system. So now I just got to look here on my map and find Donatu, which should be over here. And then if I don't see it, I'm just going to hit the system list, find Donatu, and double click it. And now I'm on my way. Middle of the map, in case you can't find it. There it is. Yeah, I usually end up just having to hit my list. What's nice is their galaxies though really are very expansive, and all the planets do seem to have, you know, they're not only named, but they also seem to have, you know, some life and statistics. So like they took a lot of time populating their worlds. And she will be right behind us any moment now. She's coming in. Well, I actually do seem to be traveling a little bit quicker than usual. Here comes Donatu. Nope, don't want to enter no space war zone yet. We have people to visit. Some weird race that you only get to see once every 216 years. Do not want to mess this up. Oh yeah, once we get caught back up, we got a level match. So, King, level match before I hop in. I won't hop in until Razzie gets caught up here. Which we can see you on the way. The USS Symphony. And she's level matched up. Alright, she should be... Almost. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and click the button. We should be able to get in here. Oh, there's a USS Star Destroyer. I love how people combine Star Wars and Star Trek. Oh. Now, it said it's going to have some reading, but I'm hoping a little bit less than what we normally get. Sensors show that task force in orbit of Donatu 5, taking us in. Continue to the city. On our way. Yeah, I hope we don't end up in separate instances. And Emmy is back. Hello, Emmy. Our Asmodean rival. But we're all friends in Star Trek. And there's the fleet. So hail the USS Kelso. So let's get a little bit closer and find a USS Kelso. Which I guess is just dead ahead. Cynic, your ship is leaking green plasma stuff. Might want to get that looked at. And there's the Kelso. This is Captain Tamati Doan of the USS Kelso. Welcome to the Palmaris Task Force, Commander. Now that you're here, I'd like to set course for the wormhole immediately. We're transmitting the coordinates to you now. We have Ambassador Samuel Reagan aboard. He'd like to speak with you and your senior officers. Ambassador Reagan will be leading the Federation diplomatic delegation to the Palmaris. He's been meeting with all the captains in the task force. Great. If you wouldn't mind, Commander, would you please meet with the Ambassador here on the Kelso while we travel to the wormhole? I'm anxious not to delay our departure. A word of advice, though. The Ambassador is a particular old soul. He can be opinionated and cantankerous, but he's the most experienced person we've got to meet the Palmaris. That means oldest. The Ambassador made it clear he didn't want to be cooped up in any darned meeting room, so he's waiting for you in our Arboretum. Please beam here immediately, or directly here. Great, on our way. Course laid in for the wormhole. The task force is standing by to engage at Warp 9 as soon as you've beamed aboard the Kelso. The away team reports ready for transport. Let's do it. Make it so. And Emmy says, hi, how are ya? Yeah, I've been watching because I wanted to see how this game was. While I play Ion, and I level a character I made today. Oh. So are you playing Ion right now, or just taking a break and watching us? And then tell us about your character you made. Making a new character is always a big thing to do if you've got several characters that are much higher level. It's like starting a whole new person. You're bringing life into the world like a baby. I mean, there's making a new character, and then there's like, making a new character, Amy says it's making a cleric again and already level 18. Wow. See, I guess when you know what you're doing, it takes me forever to get anywhere. Alright, so now we gotta talk to Samuel. Oh, look. You got like an outfit for every occasion. I just got the same old cruddy Mass Effect 3 outfit going on. Okay, so I guess the guy is this way. I did not look at the sky yet. Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, this is mighty big for being on a starship. So I wonder if this is like a holodeck arboretum. But yeah, there's the space. Huge. Oh, he is a cantankerous old man. Is that like a fancy wheelchair? Huh. Ah, you must be the commander. What do you make of this? An entire forest warping through space inside a giant transparent bauble stuck to the front of the starship. Do you think somebody at Utopia Planitia sat at the drawing board and just thought, what do you say? We'll take the pond with us. That's kind of almost what I thought when I saw this. Perhaps. Ambassador, it's an honor to meet you. Oh, none of that. I may be almost 1,000 years old, but I care less of title and authority with every passing year. Oh, apparently he's not human, so. Ambassador, if I recall correctly, your age is 812 standard years. Pfft, Vulcans. Commander, may I introduce Commander Georgia? She's our observer from Starfleet Intelligence. Once in a lifetime opportunity to leave the galaxy and meet a godlike race. and this lot turn it into an opportunity to spy on friend and foe alike. As you yourself stated, Ambassador, I am here merely as an observer. If your intention was to intimate suspicion, this person knows words that I don't, then I can assure you there is no need. Starfleet would be remiss if it did not use this time to carefully observe the Palmaris and the other visiting races as well. And if I'm not mistaken, the opportunity to leave the galaxy and meet the Palmaris has come twice in a lifetime for you, Ambassador Reagan. Fine spy she is. All she does is follow me around, disagreeing with every word I say. Now, Commander, what can I tell you about the Palmaris? Let's see here. Emmy says, yeah, I told you I took 2 hours making my assassin, then today I decided to make my cleric exactly like my assassin. Since I had some screenshots of the colors of my assassin, I just made screenshots until colors and everything matched. Now you got like twin assassin and cleric. Well, we could take this time to really learn about this race, but one of the fun things about the player-made missions is I don't want to spoil everything for you. So come and run the mission yourself, and then you can read all the little subplots and things that they have put in. Now, unless this turns out to be one of the ones where I have to read everything in order to progress, but let's scroll down. Thank you, I have all the information I need. Alright, so we won't give away too many spoilers. Commander, if it would be amenable to you and your crew, I would like to request passage aboard your vessel. Oh. She doesn't want to hang around the old cantankerous man anymore. Well, of course. I think she's sick of my complaining. Nice to meet you, Commander. I'll contact you again once we reach the Palmaris city. There's bound to be some sort of reception, and I want all the task force captains to meet the Palmaris and the other visiting races. You'll never forget this, I promise you that. Hey, the gamer me and Pat M82. Hello, hello. I think oh, we already did that one. Oh, I thought I hit continue. Oh, and incidentally, if you have a dress uniform, now would be the time to put it on. If you have a dress or fleet uniform, you can change into it by right-clicking on your circular character portrait and selecting Change Uniform. I, unfortunately, wearing my only outfit, so thank you, Ambassador. What I might do is right-click my let's see here. Where's my K? Because I think I can hide what I'm wearing so it looks a little bit, just a tad bit more Starfleetish. There. Okay, so it's not an outfit, but it's something. Okay. So now it says, my comm badge chirps. Oh, the gamer in me says, it's a trap! Don't go. This is Captain Doan to all task force ships. Huh? Yeah, I know. That'll be instead of Nabuta's run, that'll be the gamer in me saying, it's a trap. We've arrived in proximity to the Palmaris wormhole. Could all visiting personnel please return to their ships and begin making preparations to enter the wormhole? Good luck and Godspeed. Adler to the Commander, we've locked on your position and are ready to energize on your command. Commander Georgia will be joining us, which is odd because that means we're going to have to separate her into like a couple arms and a couple legs, and each one of us will take a piece of her with us. Prepare to transport. Energize. I want the upper portion of the Commander Georgia. Oh, my wife was reading some other stuff. And then we left. Then we go. Then we left. Yeah. Once every 216 years, apparently, this race makes their world available for us to look at. So, Dawn to all task force ships. Sensors are picking up large Klingon fleet between us and the wormhole, led by the Klingon flagship, the IKS Mogwa. Just guessing. Sounded Klingon. Approach the wormhole, but do not engage the Klingons. Remember, this is a mission of exploration and diplomacy. Let's hope to have the same intention. Red alert. Don't attack. Red alert! I think the wormhole shut itself down a little bit. But we are going forward. Commander Georgia to the commander. Commander, I was not able to be completely honest with you during our meeting with Ambassador Reagan. Oh, here it comes. Oh. Starfleet intelligence believes the Klingons are planning to launch an attack on the Palmaris. An attack of what sort we do not know, but I would like you to join me in attempting to find out. Then there's like, you know, the what evidence and why hide it and blah blah blah. Let's do, what do you need me to do? Because I'll just assume she's telling the truth. Please perform a sensor sweep of the Klingon vessels near the wormhole. Look for anything unusual. Heavy armaments, transphasic and chronoton torpedoes. Oh man. Tricobalt warheads, as well as thoron fields and duranium shadows that may be masking stockpiles of weapons. Holy cow, that sounds very Star Trek-y. Sir, sensors show a big Klingon fleet out there. They outnumber us almost 4 to 1. They may interpret our scan as an act of aggression. Well, what do you suggest? We could keep our distance and scan them using a standard sensor sweep of the system. They will detect our scan and may react badly if they think it's unusual. Alternatively, I could initiate a low-intensity scan that would be undetectable to them, but we would need to get up close to the Klingon ships for our sensors to get any readings. If we get too close, they'll lock weapons on us. It would take some precision flying. Ooh, guys, what do you want? Should we keep our distance or do we want to get up close? I think we got to get up close. Emmy says just kill everyone. It's coming to that, don't worry. But do we want to keep our distance or do the up close one? I think we got to get up close. Nobody's picking an option, so I'm just gonna go with get up close then. Peek. Alright. Very well. We would need to be within 15 kilometers or kilograms, I don't know how they measure stuff here, of the Klingon ships before I can initiate the scan. But we should not get any closer than 10 or they may attack. I'd advise a slow approach. Okay, agreed. So we'll get up here a little bit. Don't get closer than the 15, if at all possible. Amy says that the closer sounds like a fight in action. Well, if we do it right, it won't be so bad. This is General Irani aboard the IKS Molgwa. We have no quarrel with the Federation on this mission. Take your ship into the wormhole, but do not attempt to come any closer to the Klingon fleet. Attempt to interfere with our operation in any way, and we will blow you out of the stars. Scan completed. I did not detect anything out of the ordinary on those Klingon ships. Unless, what if it was the ships themselves? They could ram directly into the Palmaris space city, causing massive destruction. You mean like a kamikaze attack? Commander, I think that kind of strategy would be effective. Vulcan Science Council records from previous visits to the Palmaris indicate that the space city has extremely advanced phasic shielding, subspace refraction deflectors, and defensive repulsion beam technology. Whew. Say that one 10 times fast. It is highly unlikely that any starship would be able to ram into the city, even if the ship jumped to warp. The Klingons would know this as well. In which case, Commander Georgia, we cannot find anything to substantiate your suspicion that the Klingons are planning an attack. Sir, the USS Kelso is ordering us to proceed into the wormhole without delay. Well, let's turn now and find the wormhole. Which every once in a while shows up, so I'll just kind of go slow until it appears again. Oh, it's on my wife's screen. She's got one. I'll just follow her then. We have reached the event horizon of the Palmaris wormhole. Thrusters on standby, ready to enter at your command. Take us in. Engage. Make it so. Indeed. Make the jump to hyperspace. This is right, though. Nanu Nanu. Danger, Will Robinson. I'll use like every. He's showing the age. Well, it's like, you know, if you go to a rock concert, you're not supposed to wear the t-shirt of the band that you're seeing. So if you play like a Star Trek game or Star Wars, you can't make references to the game you're playing. You have to use other references. So, you know, I have to use other science fiction references. Approach the city. Wow, look at that. It's like either, yeah, I know. It's like a bunch of cities. I wonder if it's supposed to be like a bunch of cities that are all kind of connected. This is extraordinary, sir. We're no longer in the Milky Way galaxy. The computer is measuring Cepheid variables from the visible galaxies in order to triangulate our exact position. I'm conducting a sensor sweep of our immediate vicinity. The planet is exactly the same as the rogue planet at the other end of the wormhole. And I do mean exactly the same, identical down to the molecular level. It must be artificial, perhaps an anchoring point for the wormhole. And as for the space city, sensors are not able to resolve the total number of structures. Many appear to be phase-shifted slightly out of reality, perhaps by an advanced form of shielding. Some of the architectural design is familiar. Previous visits to this place may have influenced a number of the species in our galaxy. From what I can tell, the city contains at least several billion life forms, presumably the entire extant population of the Palmaris. That's a lot of people. Oh, the gamer me says, but you Spock's live long and prosper. You know, I can use any reference I want, okay? Indeed. Sir, I'm detecting thousands of starships from visiting races. The Klingons have followed us through the wormhole, 20 Klingon ships in total. You know, and just because I did use a Star Trek reference inside of Star Trek also shows that I do know a little bit about Star Trek. Many of the ships on sensors are of unknown origin, but there are some familiar faces. The Romulans, the Defari, the Cardassians, the Hirogen, a Dominion warship with a Jem'Hadar escort, several Vidian ships, a Gomtu, I don't even know some of those. Wait, there are more! A Dosi transport, a Sheliak merchantman, a Tholian assembly ship, a Tosk Star runner, several ships from the... I get it, there's a bunch. The Ferengi ship is bombarding communication channels with jingle advertising official Palmaris replica clothing and commemorative plates. Okay, that's funny. Any signs of trouble? No signs of trouble, sir. Absolutely nothing. All these places and all is calm. I never thought I'd see it. Yeah. We received a pulse transmission from the space city. The message provides coordinates for 20 beam down points where we can transport away teams to the interior of the city. The city comprises a series of circular arrangements, each with a three-armed structure at its center. Each three-armed structure acts as a beam-down point. Confirmation from Kelso, this is exactly how the USS Discovery was created 216 years ago. Interesting. We've been allocated a beam-down point. We're to proceed there and begin transporting representatives to the city. So use your map to navigate to the allocated beam-down point. Hint. You may have to fly downwards to find it. Understood. Interesting. So I'm going to fly down. Now here on the mini-map I'm showing the circular area. But if you had to fly down, then to me I'm guessing it's must be one of these bottom ships. So we'll see if we can find it. Ooh. Squad leader traveling too far away. That's fine. Okay, so if I can't do the Spock thing, we'll do the Darth Vader Force script. And there it is. We're within range of the beam down point, sir. We can start beaming people to the city. Away Cantina Transporter Room 3. Let's do it. Alright, let's see what kind of fun stuff we find. Ooh, it's exciting. Nobody has been here in 216 years. Do you have dress stuff? Oh, my wife wanted to get dressed up. I don't think we had bought anything. Welcome. We are the Palmaris. Please make it down from the materialization platform. You are our guests and we welcome you to our home. Explore our halls, exchange knowledge and understanding, and forge new friendships. There is much to learn and nothing to fear. This is almost like a role-playing event, but with all NPCs. It's going to be rough if we don't get to kill anything. Oh, hello. You doing anything later on? No? Alright, let's see. I'm guessing that's another beam point. Oh, look who's arrived. Guess who's coming to dinner? We got Klingons. We got little people. Hey, that looks like our ambassador. Commander, look at these adorable little creatures. The Palmaris call them the Lukes. The universal translator can't make sense of their language, so I have no idea what the little blighters are saying. And vice versa, I'm sure. But they certainly are keen, so I see. Anyway, welcome to the city of 1,000 races. Formal talks with the Palmaris start later. But in the meantime, this is a chance to get to know some people. Make yourself at home, talk to people, exercise your diplomatic skills, mingle, and for the sake of our very souls, have some darned fun. Starfleet never has fun anymore. Yes, Ambassador, I will try. And then Nala here in the team chat says, they are still taller than me. Look at that. They sure are. It's their big heads. Oh, and speaking of never having any fun, that pointy-eared meddler Commander Georgia walked by several minutes ago. She beamed over from your ship with one of the first away teams, and she's anxious to talk with you. She headed towards the northeast corridor, so go find her. But be careful of that one, Oh, what do you mean? Starfleet Intelligence, a bunch of professional spies and snoops. It's her job to be underhanded, and just to remember that. Have you stopped to wonder why she's getting close to you on this mission, Commander? Does she trust you more than she trusts anybody else here? Or does she need somebody who won't ask too many questions? That's very true. Why is she being nice all of a sudden? I thought it was my good looks. Let me tell you something. It's a very widely held misconception that Vulcans never lie, but their only master is their own internal sense of logic. And if dishonesty seems like the most logical path, then they'll lie to you. Believe me. You think she's up to something? I'm sure she gets up to a great many underhanded things every day. That's what intelligence does. Whether any of these things affect our meeting with the Palmaris remains to be seen. The question you must consider is whether she's telling the truth when she speaks to you at any given moment, and what effect her true motives may have on the mission at hand. Ooh, maybe she's here to mess it up. Plot your own course, Commander. Don't let her force you into acting against your better judgment. Be cautious. Well, thank you. So, northeast. I'm gonna guess... Oops. But I can't go in water. And I can't go off that edge. And I guess that's not water. I'm like, why is everybody standing on the water? Oh, because that's the actual pathway. This looks very cool, by the way. Hey, there's Pat. She says hi, everybody. Or him. I can never tell who's a what sometimes by name alone. So, how's it going, Pat? Please make way for the founder. Hey. Okay. Well, it says talk to Vorta. Why not? She's got a big exclamation point over her head. Oh, a lot of these people will. All right, we're not here to mingle. We're here to solve a mystery. Oh, those folks are tall. How come all the really super sentient races are like tall and slender? Oh, Pastor. There she is. Talk to the commander. Commander, I've been looking for you. I expect you intend to talk with the Palmaris and the other visiting representatives. Ambassador Reagan has instructed me to mingle. Indeed, this is our chance to gather intelligence on the Klingons' intentions. We must establish whether or not they plan to attack the Palmaris. And then, let's see, I thought our scan proved their innocence. Ambassador Reagan doesn't seem to trust you. How should we proceed? I'm thinking I should confront her. Which one did you go? Oh, my wife's talking to somebody else. Oh, and then Pat says he's a he. Okay, now I know. Okay, we must establish whether or not... I'm gonna say, well, because she'll lie, so there's no point. We'll just go with how should I proceed. Let's find out what it is she wants us to do. The ambassador told me that one of the visiting Klingon ships is under the command of General Benej, a lifelong friend of Samil Reagan and also of Rabe. Oh, and then Pat says have Raz phaser her. Once we know she's a bad guy. I don't think she's listening to me. Rabbi Reagan was an honorary member of the House Nockstock, formerly one of the great houses of the Klingon High Council. General Benej is the current head of that house. Benej is a legendary warrior in the Empire, but his youth is long behind him. His talent for storytelling is almost as famous as his prowess on the battlefield, and of late he has rarely been seen sober. I believe we should attempt to obtain information about the Klingons' plans from him. Well, how do we get that info? Some of the other visiting Starfleet personnel may know of Benej through battle or other means. The same goes for members of their visiting races. I would suggest, Commander, that you do as Ambassador Reagan advised and mingle. Alright, but I'm keeping an eye on you. Listen very carefully to what the others have to tell you. Once you have accumulated sufficient information to mount a convincing bluff, approach Benej and claim to be an old acquaintance. The rest, as they say, will be up to you. Alright, very well. I hope fortune favors the bold. See, because I know if I confront her, she's going to lie. She'll lie to me, so I might as well just play along. Yeah, if we phaser her, then we'll get the truth. Oh, I don't think it's going to work that way. So, I've got 3 mingle options. Learn about General Ship, and learn about General's house. So I think we're going to have to talk to a few people to learn about this Benej. Commander, I trust you're enjoying the extra galactic get-together. What can I do for you? What can you tell me about the Klingon General Benej? Very little. I don't know the man myself, but if you're interested in the Klingons, there's a woman here who may be able to help you. Judith Tamsin, part of the Starfleet Exoanthropology Division. We collected her team from Pelia Station on the way to Donatu. She's an expert on Klingon current affairs and social political history. I believe she's in the chamber up ahead. Thank you, Captain. Well then, let's make it happen. And I'm assuming by chamber up ahead, they mean straight on up ahead here. I got to admit, it has a very creepy looking floor. One thing that makes them, I know, not superior to us is they don't have a Walmart in here yet. I don't think that was the person we were supposed to talk to. Well. Yeah, we're... I already forgot the name of the person we were supposed to talk to. Is it down below? Judith, there she is. So I'm going to drop down. Yeah. And watch this. Oh, I can't face dive off of there. Dang it. Well, hello, Judith Tamsin. Hello, Commander. Professor Judith Tamsin, Starfleet Exoanthropology Division. What an incredible opportunity this is. So many races all together in one place. The interactions are fascinating. That's nice. Tell me about Klingon General Benej. Benej, the Dahar Master, one of the Empire's greatest living legends, and for good reasons. Benej is a formidable warrior. He has a prolific battlefield record and an unrivaled streak of 16 consecutive champion standing trophies from the Bat'leth tournament on Forcas III. He won many hard victories in the Dominion War and subsequently became a long-serving advisor to Chancellor Martok. Martok and Banej argued bitterly and constantly, but there's no denying the influence Banej had on Martok's chancellorship. Indeed, Martok hailed him as a hero of the empire, famously stating that good advice often has the sharpest teeth. Banej was a natural successor to Martok as chancellor, but Jimpok and the benefit of youth and the advantage of surprise. By the time Jimpok slew Martok and took the chancellorship, Banej was already too old to mount a plausible challenge. Legend of Banej lived on in the public consciousness, but the man himself has not been as so fortunate. He has struggled to find a place in Jimpok Empire, and he has increasingly found solace in the bottom of the blood wine barrel. He has suffered the worst possible fate of any hero of the Empire. He's managed not to die. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, apparently I needed to know more. I didn't get credit. Dang it. Alright, let me just skip on through here. They'd like to die. Honorable career. Okay, perfect. Now we gotta find out about the ship. Well. I guess we just need to go find somebody else now. Ooh, overheard Klingons. Alright, let's talk to this person here. Do you have an appointment to see the king? No. You cannot see the king? Can I make an appointment? All appointments have been allocated. Alright, I guess we're done there. And there's a consul woman. So hopefully I don't have to go through all billion people. Hello, Commander. Vice Admiral Matthew Hawk, Commanding Officer of the USS Galaxy. Tell me about the USS Galaxy. Oh, there it is. And have you encountered a Klingon General Banej? Since we're talking about ships. I've had some skirmishes with Banej over the years. I faced him down at the Battle of the Roller Nebula. Just him and me, fighting like dogs in the mist for over 7 hours. A battle worthy of song, I'm sure. Surprising to see him here, though. His house was removed from the High Council of Chancellor Jimpok, and I figured he wouldn't be given another command. So why is he here? I'm a tactical officer to do background check on the 20 Klingon ships that followed us through the wormhole. It seems the High Council has recruited ships from all over the Great Houses for this mission. And from what I hear, Banej is commanding the IKS Yavang, a ship operated by the House of Martok. That's what I needed to know. Tell me about this ship. And we got it. Banej was part of Chancellor Martok's inner circle, and perhaps Rozhenko chose him to command the Yavang as one of the last favorites of the old man. Well, let's learn about the house. Not a lot. As I said, Banej's seat on High Council was revoked. So we gotta find just one more person to tell us about his house, and we're good. Looks like we can't jump off of that. Alright. Let's whip up back around. Oh, Nala, your little person runs so fast. Wow, she's quick. My wife's like, are you watching me run? Maybe. Okay, where'd they go? They went this way. Oh, jeepers. Now I gotta ask my wife, are you watching me run? Oh, she's talking to other people. Whatever. You could lose yourself for hours in here talking to everybody, and I think that's very cool. I like it when people take the time to really populate out the world. So, you know, that's why I always encourage people to come and run these missions themselves when they have time, just to sit back and enjoy the world that's been created. Since we are just a tad bit under time constraints, we don't always get to read all of the dialogue and see all the different choices that are available. But I highly recommend that people come and check it out. That's a big lizard guy. I just wanted to see what he looked like. And looks like we might have found somebody who's not quite as small. Oh, but you are dancing. Yeah, Oh, Nala. Oh, my dearest darling, come here, let me ravish you. Ugh. Throws her arms around you and then rubs her hands all over you while loudly exclaiming her excitement. Oh, oh, now that'll sort him. Been giving me the eye all day he was. Oh, I'm just a decoy. Who has? The fish man in the tank. That just made me think. Riding the city bus and you have the guy with fish in his pockets sit next to you. Like, why do you have fish in your pockets? The fish man. Yeah, I don't know. That was, yeah, my wife had that experience anyway. So fish in my pocket. Why is there a fish in your pocket? So I'm Liz DeVismiz, by the way. You can call me Liz. Now that we've gotten all acquainted, cargo runner for the Klingon Empire and the Gorn Confederacy. No demand is too small, no payment too large. That's an interesting outfit. Oh good, someone progressed it for me. Obtain some vintage blood wine to share. Alright guys, now we gotta go find vintage blood wine. Oh, that's the fish man. Ah! Hey! Maybe he's got blood wine. Can you understand me? Blub blub. Here, lady in pink over there, quite like... Oh, I don't want to say that. Never mind. Just trying to set them up. I'm far behind. Can I get you something, honey? What liquors do you have? Speaks of reading from a script. Do you have any blood wine? Ooh. Nala says, I need a sonic shower now. Okay, my wife says it's the 2193. Why is that? Was that from something you read? Alright, 2193. She reads all the dialogue, so she's bound to get it right. Of course, though, I must inform you we only sell that particular vintage by the barrel. No offense, honey, but if you're planning to drink that all by yourself, I'd recommend an anti-intoxicant. And you happen to sell a range of them, I presume? I'll just go, thank you for the advice. Give me some wine. I know you Federation types don't carry latinum, so perhaps we can settle up a different way. I'm all ears. There are some outstanding warrants or something... Oh, not those kind of payments. Dang it! Outstanding warrants or something on Bolson and I after a little incident on DS9 earlier this year. Perhaps you could do something about them. Consider them waived. Like I have that authority. Well, aren't you just the sweetest thing? Remind me to do business with you again. Thank you. Sir, I'm not certain General Benej will appreciate that particular vintage. Just something that what's-her-face said. Perhaps we should try another. Uh-oh. Ooh. Apparently that was not the one that they wanted. Alright, my wife's going to read it again. She's doing her research. Try logs. She's going to check her logs real quick and see. How do we do that? City of Palmaris. Okay, under communication, so let's step it back a bit here. Ooh, that'll sort them. Cargo runner. Glub blub. Google glub. Uh-oh. Yikes. 20... Oh, she just found it. Wrong one. 2309. Alright, so we're going to try this one more time. 2309. Consider them waived. Waived. Alright, there it is. Oh, I guess I do need an anti-intoxicant. Well, at least the quest is letting me know. what all I need. Oh. Oh. I guess the anti-intoxicant is this way. Please state the nature of your medical requirement. I need an anti-intoxicant. The emergency medical hologram replicates a small hypo spray and administers it to your arm. There you go. There's now enough anti-intoxicant in your system to keep a Klingon sober. That made me chuckle. Alright, now we gotta find the general. Alright. And that's not him, but that's a Klingon. So far, this has been a very, very good story-driven mission. So just the type of mission, it's just the sort of thing for the people who like that sort of thing. My wife says, stop stealing my quotes. Well, I try to say it a little bit differently each time, so it's not quite exactly the same. So I'm not really stealing it. I'm just taking it and enhancing it. Oh, I keep thinking I'm gonna fall through the floor. This place is huge. And where is he? And there he is. What do you want? Well, you know, since they're all about battle and stuff like that, maybe I should lie. I have faced many Federation officers in honorable combat. Why should I remember you? Which ship? Which battle? I believe it was that one guy on the Galaxy, Battle of Rolar Nebula. A glorious battle worthy a song. This calls for blood wine. Tell me, have you brought a bottle so that we may toast that day? Let's see, notorious drunkard. Nope, we want a bottle. I brought a barrel of 2309. See, you know that's the right option when they put exclamation marks. Let's do it. Ah, there is no finer vintage. Let us share it together. But first, tell me, what shall be our toast? Oh, to 10 champion standing trophies from Farkas 3, or proving that good advice has the sharpest teeth, or to your noble house, the House of Martok. Probably not the noble house. I don't know, that's tough, because he's got those Batleth trophies. And he was also quoted as saying that good advice has the sharpest teeth or something like that. That one I'm not too sure on. Wife is doing research. Nala says sharpest teeth. Martok said that about him. That's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, we're going to try that. We're going to do that. Sharpest teeth has, or good advice has the sharpest teeth. Oh. Nala says he had 13 trophies, not 10. I thought it was 10. But okay, we'll do good advice has the sharpest teeth. Bing. You evoke the words of Martok, our greatest leader and my friend. I will drink to that. Benej breaks up. Good choice. Benej breaks open the barrel of 2309, fills his tankard, and hands it to you. Then lifts the barrel above his head and drinks directly from it. Like a true boy. Speaking of friends, tell me, Federation, what has Ambassador Reagan told you about me? Well, you are a Dahar master, a living legend. You were outcast by Chancellor Hawk. Your military might matches your gift for boasting. I'm going to go with Dahar master. This is common knowledge, and Reagan does not boast of rank and achievement. It is obvious you do not know me or Reagan. Oh, man. Alright, let's do it again. So we met in battle. The Galaxy. Bottle. Teeth. Oh, it said 16 trophies. Well, how about you were outcasts? Yeah, well, okay, I guess that's not it. Trial and error at some point. Alright, met in battle, Galaxy, bottle, sharp teeth, Military might matches your gift for boasting. He lets a long, loud belly laugh. That sounds like my old friend Reagan. As opinionated and cantankerous as a wild snow targ, he does not censor his words. Reagan was glad to find you commanding the Nogred. Oh, that wasn't the name. It was the Yavang. Reagan was glad to find you commanding the Yavang. Yavang. That's one I remember. It's good to be back in command and a good day to die. Let me fill you up. Which in prison has a totally different meaning. Benez refills your tankard and drains the last liquid from the barrel into his own mouth. Then he leans closer and looks at you, steely-eyed, as if issuing a final challenge. Why do you think I'm here, Commander? Ooh, now we get to the good stuff. There's to negotiate with Palmaris, there's to serve Chancellor Jimpak, or to go out with a bang. I am thinking to be bold and put to go out with a bang. Because he's still alive and she made that speech about living and Klingons and blah blah blah. So I'm going to put to go out with a bang. Let's see. I see there is Klingon fire in your belly, Commander, and I do not just mean the blood wine. I care little for life, having lived it for so long. It got old, and so did I. This mission to the Palmaris will serenade me into Stovacor with a bang that will be heard across the galaxy. The Starfleet Academy of yours, Commander, did they teach you simple math? 20 beam-in points to the city and 20 Klingon vessels invited through the wormhole. Like 20 Trojan horses of old Earth mythology, each with a deadly payload in its belly. All the galaxy will never forget this day. Songs will be sung about the triumph of the Klingon Empire over the mighty Palmaris. Just let us beam out. Just a word of advice between you and I, my friend. Don't stand too close to the materialization chamber later. Your uniform may get a little singed. He laughs loudly. Bang! He laughs again and slaps his hand onto your shoulders in a preemptive celebration of the glorious victory that awaits. You try to laugh along with him, and then make your excuses and leave. I gotta go. Alright, let's report to Commander Georgia. I guess she was right. And I thought she was going to be the bad guy. I like the missions that have a little twist, but apparently this really does have a thing. Oh, that's right. Shift is sprint. Yeah, my wife's like, how come they run so fast? Oh. Because they can sprint. It's the shift key. It's the little things that we don't remember. My wife notices that Severin dresses his crew ladies a little on the skimpy. Nothing wrong with that. Commander, I take it you have news of the Klingons' plans. You may speak in front of Captain Doan. The captain came to me after he became suspicious of the Klingons' intentions. If there is one thing the Klingons are not, it is subtle. You tell them about the thing. We have to stop this. I'll return to the Kelso and attempt to open a dialogue with the Klingons. If we can resolve this by diplomacy, then we must do so. But I also want a backup plan. Commander, would you please take an away team to one of the Klingon ships? We need to find out what the heck they're planning to beam into this city. Why, of course. Thank you. Don't to Kelso. I need to beam the commander's team to one of the Klingon vessels immediately. Understood, sir. The Klingon flagship, the IKS Mogwa, is at a beam-in point near your current position. Her shields are down and she's beaming personnel to the interior of the city. I can beam the commander team to the Mogwa, but I'll have to return to the materialization chamber before I can get a lock. Okay. Well, if there's anything to find, I'll be on the flagship. You heard her, Commander. Back to the chamber. I'll tell Kelso to keep a continuous transport lock on you while you're aboard. Yada yada yada. Understood. Here we go. Shift. Splint. It's a race. I'm just following the ladies. I'm not catching to nobody. Oh, the comm badge chirps. Kelso to Commander Commander, I've got transport lock. Alright, let's do it. Oh, and all is quick. Alright, team. Let's get in there and blow that ship up. Energize. Make it so. Alright. Let's check the ship's cargo manifest. Accessing the cargo manifest. 600 barrels of blood wine, 350 crates of live gach, medical supplies, boring stuff. This is nothing out of the ordinary, sir, and certainly nothing that could pose any threat to the Palmaris. Okay. Let's find the ship's crew manifest. Oh, we had to be sneaky. So, I guess it's this way. This means we have to kill everybody we run into. Crew manifest looks to be completely standard for a Klingon Defense Force vessel of this size. No additional troops. This is a Trojan horse, but it's not an invasion force. Interesting. Alright, go ahead and scan the... Oh. Hello. No, but we has to kill him now. Now, hopefully, Klingon vessels' computers don't report things like phaser fire and whatnot. So, beep. And so much for scanning. Oh, I didn't hit activate. I hit scan. Right, I know. I chose the one that said, well, we'll watch the video replay. But I'm pretty sure I hit the option that says scan. Transporter operator was keeping an active lock on an away team of Klingon officers that's currently visiting the Palmaris city. They can be beamed back at any time, but there's something else. There's a dormant memory resident program here. Seems to be acting as a countdown. When the countdown timer reaches 0, the program will reroute power from the systems all across the ship into the transporter manifolds. It seems the massive power transfer is designed to bolster the annular confinement beam. Whoa, at the same time the targeting scanners will lock onto something in main engineering and energize. Whatever it is, it's big. Okay. So now we gotta find engineering. Well, even if I did activate it, that's just fewer Klingons to have to deal with. Because here comes some more Klingons, that is. Oh, I gotta switch to my good weapon. Oh, okay, close. I don't have a bat left, but I sure do like hitting them. Oh, did you see that? I made that guy dematerialize. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Takes forever for me to not die. Help. They're flanking us. Here's my little call for help. Help. That's a lot of Klingons in here. Get him, Nala. He's got like the auto cannon. Take him out. That's it. Light him up. Heavy weapon him. I'm being fixed right now. Awesome. Thank you. Like I got here just in time. My wife's opening some crates and she got cola. Yep, that sounds about right. Enjoy your Sluggo Cola. Yeah, don't let her die. Alright. Ah, it's the warp core. It's been fitted with transport enhancers. That's why the Klingons are planning to beam into the city. They're warp cores. OMG. At the exact moment the core is beamed out, it will be disconnected from the ship's plasma containment systems. Upon materialization inside the city, the core will immediately lose containment and breach. We must assume the other 19 Klingon vessels will also beam their warp cores into the city at the same time. No amount of advanced technology could withstand that. The combined force of 20 simultaneous warp core breaches would tear a hole in subspace the size of a solar system. The Palmaris city and all visiting vessels would be destroyed in an instant. Crazy. I guess the Klingons knew it was a suicide mission. Got a drink. Throat gets all dry. Alright. We gotta contact the captain now. Oh, let's see what I want. I don't need that. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta hail the. I don't want that loot though. Here it is. Hail the Kelso. Whoa! That ain't good. Appears the Klingons are aware of our presence, sir. They are jamming our transmission. According to my tricorder, they have also erected a transport inhibitor field. The Kelso will not be able to beam us back. Unless we can find another way out of here, we're trapped. What can we do about the attack? We could deactivate the transporter system here, but that would only take care of this ship. I doubt we could manage to infiltrate the other 19 ships to do the same. However, there is a chance we could send a signal to deactivate the countdown timers on the 20 ships simultaneously. We would need to know the base codes of the 20 ships. I suggest we attempt to access a computer-controlled junction on this deck. From there, we will have access to computer library files. Alright, excuse me, let's do it. Let's go find a computer. Oh, it's back here. How quaint. Or is it? Oh, we might have to... There it is. Get on up. Yow. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, don't randomly shoot the ceiling. There it is. I see it. So let's see. There might be Klingons in here. Oh. There's an inebriated... Quick! Raz, shoot him in the face with a phaser. There it is. Oh, she's been waiting to do that forever. I know. She's just following orders. I've obtained the base codes to the other Klingon ships. However, it appears the Klingons have deactivated system acts across the ship as a security measure, including the communication system. There's no way for us to get a signal to the other ships from here. Dang it! Sir, I've scanned this deck and there's a turbo lift south of our current location. Let's see. If we can get access to the turbo lift, we may be able to get to a deck outside of the inhibitor field. The USS Kelso would then be able to beam us out of here. Okay. Well, let's get out of here. Oh, okay. She must have had her phaser set to fun. He was already inebriated. So we're on the map. Looks like they found a little passageway out. Turbo lift right back here. There it is. But the doors have been sealed. There's no way to get in unless the cargo manifests indicate that the ship carrying ground combat explosive will be able to use those to blast their way through. There's some explosives in what appears to be an armory next to the main engineering. Are you kidding me? Oh. They could not just make this easy. So this is like a real episode of Star Trek. Just one problem after another. And there they are. Got them. Now let's take these things back. We'll get out of here with a bang. Oh, don't get stuck on the walls though. Well, you know, My wife says the Palmaris won't like us, but I don't know if we save them. But if we save them, I suggest we move well clear before detonating the charges. Unfortunately, my tricorder shows that this turbolift carriage has been deactivated and it is stalled several decks above us. There will be no way to reach it. In order to escape the transport inhibitor field, we must jump into the turbolift shaft. We will plummet downwards, passing through the bottom of the inhibitor field. We must hope the Kelso beams us down as we fall. Sweet! Let's do it. I do appreciate the gravity of this situation. That's what one of the people said. Appreciate the gravity of the situation because you fall. Here we go. Oh. Oh, you lived? Alright, I'm jumping. Beam us out. I got 14 seconds before I hit the bottom. They didn't get me in time. Oh, now it beams us out. Oh my goodness. Way to go, Kelso. Those guys were on it. I know. I guess there was a countdown thing. It's like I'm going. Whatever. Splat. I know. Where was the beam out, Chief? Welcome back, Commander. I trust you're still in one piece. Well, yeah. Must be some transporter to put you back together again. Yeah, that's some technology there. Apologies for bringing you back on the cargo transporter, but we're still using all available transporters to get our people out of the city. My diplomatic efforts with the Klingons were unsuccessful. Well, nope. I had no luck. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, what happened? Commander, we are under attack. The Klingons are bombarding the ship. The bridge is heavily damaged and Captain Dawn has been critically injured. Admiral Hawk is moving the USS Galaxy to intercept Klingon ships. We must stop the Klingons before they beam their warp cores into the city. We're taking heavy damage and the turbolifts are not functioning. Please proceed to the mess hall near the cargo bay. I believe a triage facility is being set up there to treat the wounded. I will reroute communications system control. Alright. I need triage because I just fell. Oh no, oh, I was going to say your girl got stuck. Here it is. Oh, watch out. That's an impressive explosion. Fire, fire. Oh, gas. Poison gas. Don't breathe it. Hold your breath. And is this it? Hey! There, it's the ambassador. Good to see you again. Commander George has brought me up to date. I understand you plan to stop the Klingon from destroying the Palmaris city. That's correct. What if the Klingons are right, Tabril? Did you think about that? Perhaps the Palmaris really are an unacceptable threat. They give knowledge and technology to races who are not yet ready for it. Some of them are currently at war with the Federation. How do we know those races won't use Palmaris technology to wage war to destroy the lives of millions? Ambassador Reagan, the entire surviving Palmaris population resides within the space city. If the city is destroyed, the Palmaris will become extinct. What the Klingons are planning is genocide. Sir, timing's running out. If we are to stop the countdown timers and therefore the Klingon attack, we must send the signal now. Understood. Let's do it. Yeah, you can... Yeah, shoot this guy in the face too. Commander, consider what I've said. Can we really trust our enemies to behave responsibly with advanced Palmaris technology? In the wrong hands, it can be used to destroy thousands of worlds, trillions of lives. How can we allow the Palmaris to wield that kind of power over us and the galactic neighbors? The decision you make will affect the future. Oh good, you shot him just in time. Oh, my wife says it wasn't her. Said it was Severin. Gotcha. Okay. My wife pleads innocent. She only shoots drunk Klingons and Borg. All right, we're sending the signal. Confirm the signal has been sent, sir. The countdown timers of the Klingon vessels will have been deactivated. The Palmar are safe. 3. I beg your pardon, Ambassador. He's got a backup plan. Shoot him in the face again. 2. Ambassador, why are you counting down? It's obvious he's a bad guy. Shoot him in the face. Oh, that's no wheelchair. It's a bomb. Get out of here. Ambassador. 1. There it is. Oh, no. Oh, no shooting of the medic. Alright. We're still here, but it worked. The ambassador leans towards the windows and squints his eyes, attempting to get a better look at what lies outside. It's gone. The city. It's gone. Ambassador, what did you do? I couldn't allow you to disrupt a Klingon attack. Benez told me about their plans, and with your excursion to the Klingon flagship, I knew you must be trying to intervene. But the Palmar were too big a threat to our galaxy. The Klingons recognized that. They were willing to put aside their own desire for advanced technology in order to eliminate the threat. For the good of the entire galaxy, I ensured they succeeded. Have you ever met the Kalti? No, of course you haven't, because they destroyed themselves 200 years ago. But I have. I met them here 216 years ago. Charming people, artists and scholars. They took Palmar Retech knowledge home with them, the schematics for an omega molecule reactor. Within 2 decades, their solar system was destroyed, the entire species wiped out, the sector impassable and quarantined. All these numbers, they're myths and legends surrounding the Palmar 216, 666, gods or devils. Is there a difference? One man's healer is another man's executioner. They say power corrupts, and the Polar handed power to everybody who came and asked for it. A developing society learns how to handle power only when it appreciates the weight of responsibility and consequence power brings. That appreciation is earned by the blood, folly, and sacrifice of 100 generations. Is it any wonder that those who have power... Okay, we're done. Commander, the city of Palmar has been destroyed. I happened, Commander. The commander attempted to interfere with the Klingons' plan to eradicate the Palmar, but I ensured the plan proceeded to completion. General Order 24 gives Federation captains and flag officers the authority to destroy all life on a planet when said life poses an active threat towards the Federation. That order justifies my actions. Whoa. That will be for your court-martial to decide, Ambassador. Ooh, sounds like an episode of JAG. The wormholes leading back to the Milky Way galaxy remain open at present, but we do not know how long they will persist now that the Palmar have been destroyed. Security, escort Ambassador Reagan to the brig. Hail our ship. We're ready to beam you back, sir. Transfer back. What an interesting story. And do it before I hit the floor again. Interesting. 6 days have passed since the destruction of the Palmar city. The Federation task force has returned to the Milky Way galaxy and is currently under quarantine in the Dona 2 system while Starfleet intelligence conducts an investigation into the events. Sir, we're being held by the USS Kelso. Acknowledged. Hello, Commander. Starfleet Intelligence has completed its investigation of the circumstances surrounding the destruction of Palmar City. We are satisfied that you could not have done anything to prevent it. I sure tried, though. Ambassador Reagan modified the communication terminal in his quarters on the Kelso to transmit a continuous reactivation signal for the Klingon countdown timers. In the event the timers were disabled, his signal would immediately reactivate them. He must have had an accomplice in the Klingon fleet, somebody willing to give him the base codes of the Klingon ships. Sadly, we were unlikely to discover who that was. If you have no further questions, you are free to return to sector space at your convenience. Thank you. End transmission. That was good. So that's where we get to talk about the mission now. my wife is putting up some thoughts. So let's do some thoughts here real quick. So my rating. I'm going to give that 4 stars. I think it was appropriate. There was no space combat. The story lent itself well to not needing it the way it was set up. And it was a story, it was investigation, and it was very well done. And you could tell a lot of time went into writing the dialogue and everything. Very good. I mean, for what it is, I have no complaints. So if there was like some, people who gave it 1-star ratings and whatnot, who knows why? I didn't look at all the ratings. But I would say for the story it was attempted to tell, did a very good job. Had just enough combat to give you a little bit to do. Obviously, you might rate this low or not even do it now since there's no space combat, and that will decide some people's wanting to do this or not. But if you are one of the people who has time to sit and read through a lot of the dialogue, come run this one yourself. There's actually a lot of side people you can talk to and get a lot of good background story and enjoy the mission in its entirety. We did skip over a couple things again just in the interest of time, but I would say overall it was very, very good. So I'll put it at 4 stars and click OK. Nice. Do we have any opinions to share from anybody else out there? What you saw or participated in? Good, bad, or ugly? The fishy guy was cool. Oh man, the fishy guy died. Oh, they weren't able to save. Because just think, not only was it the billions of the Palmaris, but was all the people there visiting. Yeah, okay, so the ships. Oh. So my wife, she read some extra stuff. So there was some stuff she read that I didn't read about possible survivors and some ships and stuff. But still, that's a lot of people, regardless. So Nala said it's a good story, especially the falling to your doom part. Yeah. Oh, Severin was disappointed he couldn't kill the old man and stop it, but yeah, the falling to my doom that that was a nice little touch. Figures it would happen to me. The guy said to jump, so I jumped. Who knew I was gonna die? And then, although if 20 warp cores would tear a hole the size of a solar system, how do we still have ships? That's part of the story we didn't read, but my wife, she's very quick and read a little bit, and apparently some folks on the ships were able to. Oh, okay. She said the city had special protections and whatnots that were able to hold and keep the blast contained to the ship, or to the city, so it didn't go outside of the city. It was contained to the city. So the author had thought of those things already. So if you do go back and you read the dialogue, then it will actually answer some of those questions. So it even goes into the lore of the numbers, my wife says. See, my wife reads fast. So she reads a lot of stuff. She goes a lot quicker than me. And Joe28NY has come in. Hi, Joe. You just got to the very end. Just in time for us to say goodbye to you. Ish, we're about to go. Oh, my wife has done some mathing. She says, like, because in one of the dialogues it mentions they come at once every 216 years. Some people consider them devils, and so if you go 6 times 6 times 6, that's 216. So they're a devil race. So maybe blowing them up wasn't such a bad thing. So the author put a lot of thought into their story. So overall, it was very good. Oh, and then my wife says if you read the Left Behind books, that's also Carpathia special number 216. So it all fits. All fits. So that was a good run through. Well, thank you. We had Cynic and Eagle Claw who came through with us, so that was very cool for running it. Then myself and my wife played. So for 4 people, that was a very good mission. I'm almost thinking maybe that was more. I don't know if that was a single player one, but that did pretty good for all of us. So thanks everybody for watching. And what we're going to do is post this up. I was actually hoping to get more suggestions from the community on what missions they would like us to run, because I'm just kind of picking them at random. So if you have a mission in mind that you would like us to run next week, just send me a private message and we'll make sure that we get that and pull it up for you. We'd love to run them. Got some good work out there. So that leaves us with tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is open mic night, so I'll just be picking a game. I'm deciding between either Hellgate London or, because there's like Hellgate Global, they brought that back and I was trying it out today and it's actually not too bad. I wouldn't mind spending a little time with it. And then also a game that was mentioned earlier to try out, Mythos, so I'm looking at that one. So tonight will either be Hellgate or Mythos. So if anybody has a preference, you can just send me a message on Twitch and I'll check it out. Other than that, it's time for me to go. So thanks everybody for hanging out. And Joe says, well, just look at the game. I make it the game looks fun. Yeah, in fact, I'm not sure how much you got to see, Joe, but because it's free to play, I recommend if you want to check it out ever, definitely do. It's deep. It's got a lot of stuff. My wife is fairly brand new to it as well, and it's taken her several gaming sessions with us to start figuring out some things. But there's a lot to it. Ground combat, space combat, exploration. I mean, it's got a whole bunch, and the space combat is phenomenal. So I wholeheartedly recommend this to anybody. And if you've not seen one of our shows from all the way to kind of get a feel for gameplay, just wait till this one posts and watch it from the beginning, and you can kind of see how we hop in and do stuff. I recommend it. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. I upped the resolution for the broadcast, so I hope it wasn't choppy or terrible. So I hope everything turned out pretty good. Yeah, that's about it. So I'll go ahead and we're going to end this. That way it doesn't turn into like a super long broadcast for anybody else who watches this. So, oh, and then Joe says, Hellgate London is fun. I have that game. Yeah, I just started it today. I mean, actually, it is pretty good. I did Summoner, who actually is pretty powerful from what I've seen, and then one of the rifle people, and shooting the guns is actually pretty fun because it's a semi-first person if you run it that way, third person over the shoulder. So it is kind of fun. Mythos I want to try because since I'm not going to be buying Diablo 3 for a while, Mythos might be one to kind of fill in that Diablo look. So. And then he says, take care. I also have Hellgate, which is really nice. I used to play it a lot before. My goodness, well, if everybody's got Hellgate, maybe that's the one I'll show off. Or maybe show off Mythos, show you something you haven't seen yet. So, or do both. I don't know. Be crazy night. So, boom. Pull this up so we can turn it off. So anyway, I'll see everybody later. Take care.